Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamek, this is Let's Play Oxygen Not Included. In the last episode we've actually gotten our self-powered oxygen maker up and running. The one catch is that we haven't actually plugged it into anywhere important, so it's kind of backed up at the moment. So expect me to spend a lot of this episode just connecting these, basically just making little outlet vents so that it can feed our keep our duplicants well oxygenated. I think that this would probably be a good place to make one. A little branch there. A branch here. Branch there. It is going to start leaching from our Atmos suit station over here, but that isn't the total end of the world. Yeah, we just want to get this whole base, whole heap of oxygen where it's important. That'll start to get the right side to do some work, but that's not the end of it. We also want to utilize the other line to keep this base happy. Like this, I guess. No, I remember what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to lead it up here, because this is where my heavy power industry is going. This is where my heavy power line is going to be. And then I add little branches out like here, because, all of the oxygen that comes through here is actually going to get super cold as we work on it like this. Oh, actually... Eventually it's going to start powering up to cool it down, but we're going to need to start piping out all this oxygen at a much faster rate is why it hasn't happened yet. And it would probably be to everyone's best interest if we prioritize these constructions. I don't see myself using this system anytime soon, but we might as well put it in storage. Yeah, you can see it is actually working hard to reduce the temperature here. Not hard enough yet that we have a whole lot of steam over here, but... The absolutely critical point though is that you don't set this too low. If the polluted water comes out too cold, then it's going to rupture the pipes, and then you'll end up with polluted water in the heat bank, it'll immediately snap over to steam, leave a little bit of dirt, and basically it'd be a lot easier to work with if it were simply it's a lot easier to work with when it's simply oil trapped in there. You don't like that atmosphere, do you? Oh well. Soon we'll get this whole thing flowing properly again, I promise. But for now, it's going to work nicely as a... It's going to do a good job keeping everyone breathing happily over here. Heck, I'd almost say it's a disappointment that we're finished with the enclosed telescope, because that would have been an excellent time to get all that dealt with. Water wrangle surplus, we want to get rid of this puffed. Sorry, but you just aren't helpful. Oh wait, that... Yeah, we definitely want to get this puffed out of here because I want to stop having to clear out the slime with the conveyor loader. So this can go back to being a nature reserve, except it is too big to be a nature reserve. My bad. You see how things can go wrong in the background without you noticing? No wait, not granite. Set up a pneumatic door, I guess. Not entirely sure where the water came from, but I won't question it. When Ari's shift cooking is over, that's when we'll get this puffed out of here. The thing is, by running this SPOM, we are actually making a huge amount of progress on our... where is it? Super Sustainable achievement. We've got a steam turbine plugged into a thermal aqua tuner. That is going to burn through the stuff like nobody's business. We've also started moving the left line, which ironically is going to go up on the right. And soon we'll be feeding the rest of the base with oxygen. Whoop-de-doo. It's going... no doubt it's going to give us the... Actually, I might already have it. But, we are out of algae, so we got this thing finished just in the nick of time. I'm not saying that there weren't any more algae reserves that we could dig into, but this was a fantastically well-timed project. Like, we've got 3 hydrogen generators and a steam turbine. It's going to be building up in the background a lot faster now that we aren't camping out on our manual generators. Not that I'm going to get complacent and just throw away all the manual generators already, no. So, what happens now? We have a way to pump in crude oil from the other asteroid. but we don't quite have enough crude oil over here. And something tells me the next project that's going to use it, we don't have even close to enough of the black gold. Is it called black gold? I think it's called black gold. And there's only so much we can do by feeding these slicksters. I think we might need to look into... There's a specific build that I've been using so often, but it requires you to use the thing that we haven't even researched yet, the transit tubes, and those are also stupidly power hungry. I might try looking up a different build and see if there's a way I can make a liquid lock oil reservoir. I should also probably look at this. Okay, this piping is just in the right spot. We aren't permanently sustainable though. We're very well set off, but it's not permanent. Eventually we're going to run out of rocks to feed our stone hatches, and then food will be a problem again. But I feel like that's going to be something that's many, many thousands of cycles in the making, so we're comfortable now. This isn't a thing that we often have, so it's very nice that we're now comfortable. In fact, we might be so comfortable that I want to start building a few extra gas vents. Because I'm not going to have everyone fed by the Great Hall oxygen tank over here. Let's think about it. Let's build one over here. Please let me just make this tidy. It'll give the dense pufflets something to snack on. Where else is our oxygen in need of upgrading? I guess we could pump some up here. Question, this is just barely too big, huh? One, two, three, four. No, not there, over here. This will make this room small enough to be a smooth hatchling ranch again, and, well, these people can now lay as many eggs as they want. It's got to be here somewhere. Oxygen not occluded. Look at how close we've gotten to it from finishing our spawn. Ooh, speaking of finishing with the spawn. Right, these bricks are getting super cold. So the oxygen coming out is super cold. The thing is that there's enough heat along the way that it stops being super cold. Oh, also look at this. These radiant liquid pipes are cooling down this area quite effectively. If we wanted to make it more effective, we could actually brick it up. But at the moment, that's just not a necessity for me. Something I could do... I don't have anything better to use, so might as well make it iron. Build that up. We have a carbon dioxide vent over here. Why not put it to some use? Like, we've already made a lot of progress at getting at this rocket. Ooh, just a little drip of ethanol that got exposed to the vacuum of space. How unfortunate. Something that I'm surprised that and slightly unhappy that I've never seen in the care packages: Arbor Acorns. They're a source of lumber, and so they're sort of the replacement for hatches if you have a forest biome start. Similar... Okay, so... for the sandstone biome, hatches are what are probably going to be your main power source. They aren't for me, but that's because I'm going for super sustainable. If you start on the swamp biome, your main power source is going to be plug slugs. They won't be too... It's hard to ranch them for the power, but they are an option. Albeit one that eats up all of your special ore, your raw metal ore. If you start on the forest asteroid, then it'll be Arbor Acorns, because because arbor trees produce lumber, and that can be... It can be burned in the wood generator, but it's not very efficient. Eventually you're going to be able to refine it into ethanol, and then you pump that into the petroleum generator, and that's a much better source of power. The thing is that two of these things, that is anything that isn't plug slugs, count towards, will disable the super sustainable achievement, which is why I haven't been able to do that, but I do sort of want to get my hands on an Arbor Acorn, so, because the thing is, arbor trees are also how you feed pips. They're supposed to feed on arbor trees. Recently they added the ability to have them eat thimble reeds because that's how you create cuddle pips. I don't get why that was inoperable, I won't ask questions. Now, there is one thing to keep in mind. We have a... This hydrogen is going to slowly back up. Thank you for the achievement. Oxygen, not occluded. We also have something from the printing pod. Unconstructive versus someone with interests that don't quite grab me. Let's go for the water because apparently we're running low on water. Yeah, I think now would be the time that we dig up this area a little bit more. Where was I speaking? Right, this is slowly backing up with hydrogen. don't think that this has given us a free way to burn off replacement for all the power generators that we're going to need. This hydrogen is not that good. I think it'd be better to build a gas reservoir here. Yeah, just route to the excess hydrogen over here until we're ready to deal with it. And this is actually going to build up. Don't think that the 150 is going to keep us well maintained. There's a special build for making massive gas containment systems, so that would probably be what we want to keep all the hydrogen stored in, so to speak. But I don't feel like going into that at this very moment. I would rather we finish building all these oxygen vents first. Yeah, because even though the SPOM is now functional, the oxygen isn't quite able to move about on its own that easily. We need to replace the bedroom, we need to move it somewhere else. Where can we move it elsewhere? I think I might want to install it down here, so that means we'll have to focus on disinfecting this area. Or, you know what we could do? I've heard about this trick, but I haven't had a reason to use it myself yet. We're going to use Buddy Buds. Glossy Draco, Glossy Draglet. Apply that over here. Oh yeah, we should probably fill this area up with hydrogen too. Oh, we've got some nice room temperature. Well, it isn't room temperature when it starts, but it is by the time it gets there. Nice room temperature oxygen making its way over here. And it's slowly emptying this area, which means that the steam has more room. It's eventually going to start condensing and refilling that area. Is this dormant? No, it's not. So what have we been up to here? Got our hands on the meat, that's very important. We don't have enough steel over here. We'll need to ship some steel over so we can make our specialty steam turbine. Going to need some diamond. We have plenty of diamond, we just don't have the research complete. So let's have a look at that. We just need a bit more. Progress has been made. Might as well give Nails the second part of this. Start getting you into the Atmosuit training. Ellie, yeah, let's get you exosuit training. Get rid of that penalty. We have no algae, but we have oxygen. We have beaten the game. Because it wasn't included, but now it is. Ooh yeah, the hydrogen started to block up now. Finish deconstructing these, please. Actually, it's tempting to just... I don't want to mess up the system by introducing new things, but it's tempting to start producing oxygen way down here so that these guys can work in peace. But every time you add a branch, it slightly slows down the rate that oxygen arrives. Okay, the flower pots are finished. We need buddy buds. These are going to fill all the oxygen with a lot of floral scents, and that should delete any slime lung that gets into the air. Of course, a thing that I should probably do is also increase the range downwards we can take the fire poles. I don't know whether there's going to be enough room for these guys when we finish building everything. I'll just have to keep my eyes open and make sure no one gets bricked in. And yeah, this little area is now being blocked up with some hydrogen. Do I feel cheeky enough to install some radiant pipes here so it can leach some of the cold from the cooling system a second time? Ooh, it's tempting. Oh, right! Those critter eggs. I need to set this now. Sweep only because we only want to get these 3 down into the oil biome. They're already halfway to hatching. Okay, is it gone? It's gone. Deconstruct this, deconstruct that. Turn this back into a nature reserve so people can start getting the resolve by they can get the morale bonus again. Research complete. Glass blowing. So, let's start from the top. The sun lamp. Give off sunlight level lux. Can be paired with beach chairs. So this is the most powerful lamp, but you normally don't need light that powerful. This is mostly just for putting someone next to a beach chair so they can have some morale. I just don't think that was part of the research. Was it? No, this is the beach chair. The other thing is the Aeropot. We need a transparent material, but it has a higher decor bonus of its own. Hang it from the ceiling. Nothing too important. And the window tile allows light and decor to pass through, so you might want to make this, if you have a really high decor mess hall, you might want to just add some windows so everything looks even nicer. But the thing is, you can make it out of glass, or you could make it out of diamond. So we can make some diamond tiles over here. And the thing is, diamond, if you remember, is really good at transferring heat. So it might actually be better than the metal tiles. The problem is it's also super rare, so we don't want to waste it. You guys look fine for now. Yeah, lots of floral scents around here. Should be enough to drown out any slime lung if it gets free on its own. Deconstruct airflow tile and the pneumatic door. Build the fire pole lower. Time up for the episode, oh well. Until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around. We finally did it! We've finally gotten our oxygen included. Well, I guess this time it's oxygen not occluded.